Hey Josh, what are you reading?
I read the Sombrilla magazine.
Who's it by?
It's by the University of Texas at San Antonio.
Oh yeah? What do you think about it?
I really like the images and creativity they have in this magazine.
Salma, what don't you like about it?
First, I don't like that there's a lot of small words, a lot of information. Me personally, I would not stop and read everything because first, it's small in font. So, and then a person like me is blind, I will not. And then second, I don't like that when I first pop open the magazine, it takes me straight to the middle. So it takes away some important information from the beginning.
Hey Karyme, what do you think about it?
I like that there's an online version that the students can see, but I don't like that there's not a lot of variety on it.
Hey John, what do you think of the magazine?
Hold up, John. A lot of people took the time and effort to create this magazine. Let's go ahead and take a deeper look at it.
And now we're gonna look deep into how you can take the Sombrilla magazine out of the shadows. And here's our table of contents of this presentation. Okay, so I conducted a survey with 14 people, and the majority of them were UTSA undergraduates. However, they also have some connection with the university, and some strengths that the survey had is its design and layout. People really liked how the magazine looked like, all the colors and how it was structured. Some weaknesses was the articles and topics of the magazine. I asked more into like what kind of information they would like to see more, and they would like to see more current events instead of just geographic information. Some opportunities the magazine can have is hiring multicultural individuals, such as, for example, they could hire someone from the Gen Z community. With having someone from the Gen Z, they could put an input on what the Gen Z audience would like more on the magazine, which could in fact attract more Gen Z people. However, some threats that this magazine has is it's limited on its funding. And then here's some research that came from the surveys that I had. I added 4 different university magazines to see which ones the audience appealed more to it, and UT was the one who got the most votes from which magazine was the most appealing. And then here's more data that I also added. Most of the people who took the survey had never visited the Sombrilla website online. However, I provided the link where they could see the magazine, and then after they saw the magazine, it was concluded that they would recommend the magazine to other students. So by this shows us that if we just put a little bit more effort into what the magazine or to what the audience wants to see on the magazine, can actually really bring in more audience, and it can make the magazine even more popular.
So the target market I decided to focus on for the Sombrilla magazine is alumni that have established a small business or work with a bigger corporation. I think even if the student doesn't graduate from the Alvarez College of Business, they still may pursue a business career in the future. And if we highlight these individual stories in the magazine, I feel like it will attract more students to the magazine. And by engaging with the current student, they'll be able to spread the magazine word of mouth or digitally amongst other students.
Fine.
So for the plan of action, there are a few things that I think we should do to combat these issues that we've been talking about. So the first is to frequently update the homepage, just because currently right now it just hasn't been any new changes, and it just feels like it's dead, like it's boring. So we gotta add new life to that. And the second is to add a dedicated page for each article, just because it's kind of difficult to navigate in the website for the magazine. It's just very a lot of inconveniences for the reader. And so to help with that, we have content retention to keep the target audience is to be posting more of the topics that the audience enjoys, and also staying up to date with current events with the community, taking advantage of all the content available, including the Birds Up podcast and the class notes. And last is to beef up the social media content.
So we don't believe that the magazine is completely hopeless. We have a couple of strategies, specifically push and pull methods, that could help the magazine succeed a little more. The biggest push method that we want to use is the newsletter and social media. And for the pull methods, we just want to push out high quality content that will engage the audience. When we look at the channels, we have a demographic that we want to target, and we have a plan to target each one of those demographics based off of the push and pull methods that we talked about.
So on the project management side of things, we divided it up to 4 quarters. First quarter starts on August 1st of this year, where we strategize and review preliminary data. Quarter 2 starts on November 1st, where we start implementing social media and begin analyzing all the focus groups. Quarter 3 starts on February 1st with feedback and last minute changes. Quarter 4 is the full website launch. And at the end of the quarters, on August 1st, we are going to review the whole website.
Hey Josh, what are you reading?
I'm reading the Sombrilla, John.
Bro, I'm sorry, my bad. That's not at the magazine, like there's no dedicated articles, no dedicated page, damn it. Can you restart?
Student doesn't graduate from the college. Wait,
Texted me.
nobody.
Oh.